Hey folks, welcome back to the MTG Sunday Jank-Off. This time we're back, Ben Orbreak and AlbinoCheesemonkey, with our new Jank Standard decks for this week. So as always, I'll ask the monkey what his deck name and colors are.
One second. Hi, Ben. I forgot to turn down my music, but I'm fine now. Today, Ben, as I say every time I play one of these, Rule of Two is not just a deck. It's an engine. It's a way of life, you know. So today, I'll be introducing you to the third iteration of Rule of Two Selesnya.
Okay.
Are you excited?
So, yeah, I'm excited that you're finally incorporating the best color into the Rule of Two.
That's right. That's right. So for those who haven't seen previous episodes of Rule of Two is a mono, the engine is mono white, and it revolves around ETBs and creatures that have 2 or less power, and my very best non-binary friend Delny. Today we're doing Selesnya. We've done Boros and we've done Orzhov. So let's see what green has in store for you today, Ben.
Clearly it'll be best because it's the best color. Unfortunately,
right. I will spoil. I am playing one of your favorite cards, so hopefully you'll get to see it.
It can't be up the beanstalks, so
no, it's not in
we'll
this
have to see what it is. Yeah,
not a whole lot of 5 mana or more cost in this deck.
Yeah, if you're playing a 5 mana creature with 2 power or less, something's gone wrong. And I'm sad that I'm not playing green. I'm playing Boros. The deck is Impact Bunnies. We've got rabbits, and there's going to be impacts. So this is for all you Impact Bunnies out there. Let's go. We're unfortunately going to have to mulligan right away. At least we're on the play.
I have a lot of cards that I want, but I need to draw cards I can play. Thankfully, I'm on the play, so I think I might keep this.
I'm on the play. You're on the draw.
No, sorry, that's what I meant. On the draw. That's what... Listen.
I got you.
Thank you. Thankfully, I'm not on the play, so I don't have to play right away. All right. Passage so fabled.
Our reunion so bitter.
What color do you think that my passage will grab? You've only got 2 choices.
I think you usually start off with white creatures. I'm going to guess white. I'm betting you have more double pip white creatures also, like Enduring Innocence maybe.
I've chosen green.
Well, we'll see if that's the right choice.
Let's go scouting.
Hey, look, there's a double pip white creature.
Hey, look at that. It's a 2-powered creature.
So, this is part of the name of the deck.
Oh, there's the impact and there's the bunny.
Yeah, I played an impact on a bunny.
All right. Well, let's send in the scout.
No blocks. The scouting mission was successful.
We'll scout again.
Must be digging for land. So why would you play Enduring Innocence? I guess you don't need land. Oh, our hand's not quite lining up. I'm gonna grind some tunnels. This is Brass's tunnel grinder. I'd grind Brass's tunnel. If you know what I mean.
Would you know?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll play Enduring Innocence.
Okay, no land.
Notably, Rule of Two is a series of Combagro decks. So we do like attacking.
My draw's not coming together.
Combagro, is that a real term, or did I make that up?
I don't like that term.
Okay.
It sounds,
you don't like
it sounds sussy.
it?
No, it sounds like cumbag.
What?
Combagro.
Never in a million years would I have made that connection. Because I am so pure and innocent.
Like, yeah,
Just
your
like
innocence
my
is
enduring.
so enduring.
My
Look at
innocence endures, just like my sheep glimmer. And you seem to be off to a bad start.
Things are not going their best.
Okay. Now, for those who haven't experienced Rule of Two, I consider Rule of Two to be my jank magnum opus, my pièce de résistance, the one that has gotten me closest to beating Ben in any case.
Getting close now.
And
Look at.
in fact, Rule of Two Orzhov, if I remember correctly, left you with 1 health point between us to decide who won Power Jank that week. I'm going to double scout. That's a good card.
That's a pretty good card. I don't know, folks.
Let's go ahead and draw it, along with one other thing.
Yep, the Delany's online. I think neither of us run much interaction, but you're definitely presenting the scarier board.
All right, that card you just drew is going to save you, though.
It helps. Might be too late, but it helps.
That's a good card. That's a good card. That card is going to get incorporated into Rule of Two Boros, probably. Ooh!
So this will be a lot of triggers, but I don't think it's enough triggers. Yeah, that doesn't look like enough triggers.
That is concerning.
Okay, that was some more triggers. Maybe you're right. No!
Oh, man. What do I want to do here? Wait. So you can only block. You can block with 1, 2, 3. I don't think I have lethal though.
Yeah, only 2 of my creatures cannot block. I've broken the rule of 2 on my heir appearance.
It's true. I'm trying to think what I want to do here. You've put me in a spot.
Yeah, that 5th land would be pretty nice. Oh, you have it.
Will this save me though? Yes, probably. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
You found the right mode. You win. I get 1 block, but it won't be enough. Okay.
Well, you know what my deck is doing, except you didn't get to see what my deck is actually supposed to be doing. Elspeth is a, well, I guess I'll win now instead of do what I want type of card.
Yeah. I'm still not sure what green's adding. I see a lot of Rule 2 pieces, and the Xenol Scout it's there. You drew some cards, I guess.
I didn't get there. Green didn't do the thing.
All right, well, I did the thing and
honestly,
still lost, so...
the beauty of Rule of 2 is that if you play it as a mono white deck, it's still pretty powerful.
It's true.
But usually adding other colors makes it more fun or more versatile.
All right, do you want to go over what that added color does for your deck in the deck breakdown?
Sure, let's do it.
All
So
right.
what you saw was basically Rule of 2 functioning, the Rule of 2 engine, and it just so happens that the Rule of 2 engine does, as of recently, put in a one or two of this. In this case, a one of Elspeth. But why don't I just show you instead of talking about it?
Go for it.
All right, Rule of 2 Selesnya notably adds green to the white engine. We see all the notable players from Rule of 2 White. Rule of 2 White is itself, the way I build these is I do have a full 60 card mono white Rule of 2 deck that I never play. And when I want to add a color, I cut out the less relevant cards for that color and I put in the second color. So the Rule of 2 players that you will be used to in this are Delny Innocence, Charming Prince, Splitskin Doll, Assemble the Players, Hinterland Sanctifier, Expel the Interlopers, Elspeth the Stormslayer, and Raise the Past. Now, because of green, we did get a new mono white card that doesn't usually live in Rule of 2, and that is Felidar Retreat. You know why, Ben? Because green is really good at grabbing lands, and good stuff happens when you grab lands with Felidar Retreats. How are we going to grab those lands? Well, Sino is I went back and forth. I did play elves for a while, and you'll see why. Decided I didn't actually need them because Sea Note Scout is a less good, if you think about it, a much less good elf, in that I'd rather be tapping to attack than tapping to make mana in this deck. And at least the Scout can go get me some lands and or make themselves a 2/2, and it fires twice, so they take 2 shots at it. Only downside is if you try twice, you might become a 3/3, which is unfortunate in this very, very, very specific deck because that breaks the rule of 2. But usually that doesn't happen. Tender Wild Guide is the green mana dork of choice, and one of the other reasons I decided not to rule elves. Why? Because Delny Offspring fires once they hit the board. Therefore, it fires twice. So if I can... This is 4 mana for 3 mana dorks when you have Delny on the board. Very cool. I love this card so much. This is probably my favorite mana dork. Clifftop Lookout. He grabs lands twice if you have Delny on the field. Archdruid's Charm, just a really, really good green card that I have one of, and it just makes life so much better in every way. It's removal. It's for enchantments, artifacts, and creatures, and it lets me go search for Delny and or a land for landfall. And then finally, the actual win condition of this deck is Genesis Wave.
You did it, Genesis Wave deck.
Because, Ben, if you look at my mana curve, how much of my deck is less than 3 mana? So if I get to 6 mana, that's all of my deck, just about, including the lands. And if I have Felidor's Retreat on the field, that's a lot of cats. So that is the win condition of this deck. Instead, in this case, we just beat you down with white. But that is what green is doing.
Breaking the rule of 2 while you were at it. There was lots of 3-power creatures swinging in there.
I hope they don't take my rule of 2 card away from me for this.
Your rule of 2 card? Okay.
Well, I'm the one who decides, so, like a power-hungry leader, I get to choose.
You are the rule of 2 arbiter. All right. Well, I especially think the Delny plus Offspring synergy is something we rarely see, and something that sounds pretty cool.
So, we first saw it in Rule of 2 Orzhov with Moonrise Cleric.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to pull up your deck.
It's bunny time. All right, folks. We're playing Impact Bunnies. Obviously, Heir Apparent is our... If you're naming a deck after bunnies, it probably has Heir Apparent in it because this just makes so many bunnies.
Quick question. How did you settle on the number 15 instead of, not 15?
Well, I fit in all the other cards I wanted, and then I filled the rest of the space with Heir Apparents.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep.
You need a minimum number. I would say once you're below 12 Heir Apparents, it's definitely not worth it. And once you're above like 20 Heir Apparents, a lot of what your deck does is just cast Heir Apparent on 2, cast a Heir Apparent on 3, cast 2 Heir Apparents on 4, which is fine, but it's not going to win games. At least not in the ranked ladder, platinum and above. So instead, we've got our game plan built around using our bunnies not so much to attack, but just the fact they exist causes the enemy pain. Every time a creature enters, we deal them damage with Impact Tremors, and with Shocking Sharpshooter, and with War Leader's Call, whichever of those we have out. And to make a lot of creatures enter at the same time, we're using Raise the Past. Return all creature cards with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and we are actually playing a proper Rule of 2 deck here, in essence. All our creatures are mana value 2 or less, and power 2 or less. So Raise the Past is a big bomb. How do we get our creatures in the graveyard? Well, we can chump block with them, we can toss them in with Bitter Reunion or Brass's Tunnel Grinder, and that's about it. Notably, Shocking Sharpshooter, new from Tarkir, also a creature with power and mana value 2 or less. So it can be raised from the past.
I love this deck.
It's some real jank. We tossed in some Hinterland Sanctifier so we can have a play on 1 and help keep us alive long enough to combo versus an aggro deck. But they're just kind of the worst bunny compared to Heir Apparent. So they have their places. Sometimes I sideboard them out.
I keep taking them out of my decks when I'm trying to brew a Rule of 2, and I keep dying, and they keep going back in, and then I stop dying, so they stay in now.
Yeah, it's just good to have a play on one, and you can jump block with them and then raise them from the past again. Notable, also funny little thing we can do. We have 1 3-tree city in the mana base. It rarely becomes relevant because if we have a ton of bunnies, we're probably winning already. But for 2 mana, you can tap it and add an amount of mana of a color equal to the number of creatures you control of a chosen type. We would choose rabbit. Sometimes we have a lot of rabbits. I've made more than 10 mana with this land at various points during testing.
What do you do with it? Just cast more rabbits, I guess.
Yeah, cast more rabbits, or cast your non-creature permanents. Cast Raise the Past, whatever. Win the game, hopefully. So we came close that last time. If you hadn't gained life with your Hinterland Sanctifiers on your end, you would have been dead.
Yeah. Very close.
I
think this is going to be, these might be quick games.
I hope so. This is like one of my least favorite decks I played in a while, to be honest.
It looks like what I would have brought to Jank-Off, to be honest. I think.
Well, we're different styles of players. That is confirmed.
All right. Are you ready for the best of 3? It looks like you are. I already see a challenge.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Cheese Monkey was missing last week. Missed one of my favorite decks in a long time, Dank Dragon Lords. Maybe we'll bring it back for a bonus game.
I did watch it. I was very proud of Joe. It was right.
Joe, my friend is Joe.
Yeah, his cursed mixtape.
Yeah, it sucked.
I think,
and it was great.
I'd be very, very happy to play against him myself. He seems like a fun dude.
Well, I can try to hook that up at some point. Maybe I'll have to go on vacation soon.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to press play? There you go.
I see. Yeah. You got to accept, and then you got to play.
I don't know why you have to do that, folks, but
all of the problems with Magic Arena, I think that is the biggest one that they should
clearly the biggest one.
Yeah. Why do I have to click twice? I've already accepted it.
Never mind the white sideboarding bug. Never mind the broken tiger avatar. Never mind the fact that there's no social features to speak of.
Which tiger avatar is broken?
It's like a bluish purpley tiger.
Oh, yeah, the Foundations one. I thought that was just me.
Oh, with the purple missing sprite rectangles?
It has the missing sprite rectangles, yeah.
The particle effect is pointing to a missing asset or something. And waiting for opponent, 43 seconds. Yeah, I am also.
Do you want to try this again?
Anyway, speaking of arena problems, let's restart Arena.
Okay.
Sorry, folks. We're doing our best. All right, well, I'm sad I didn't... Well, honestly, you did it to yourself. You didn't give yourself a chance to cast Genesis Wave. That's on you.
I didn't. That's true. I didn't get enough green in time.
You had it in hand? Yeah.
It was in my opening hand. One of the reasons I kept it.
Oh, and also one of the reasons you fetched green on turn 1. You're like, oh man, I've got these triple green pips. I didn't look at your mana base. Are you playing any fast lands?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, fast lands, verges, 3 fabled passages, and a demolition field.
I do like that I can run some surveil lands in my deck because we're a bit of a graveyard deck. So that helps keep the verges consistent. I'm not seeing you as online. Maybe it'll update in a moment.
No, I'm restarting still. I'm in the process of it.
I also went with Pain Lands. I do have a lot of the Pain Lands since I started playing around the time those were coming into Standard. Dominaria United and I think Brothers War, the best set in the past few years. Also completed that Pain Land cycle in Standard, at least. Folks, what's your favorite animal? Mine isn't rabbit, but I'm running a rabbit deck.
There is a monkey at the local zoo. I believe it's a spider monkey, a yellow spider monkey. It's the most adorable. That is my specifically favorite animal. That one specifically.
Not this type of animal. That's that one. Even over Otto.
Yeah. Ah, my dog. Oh no.
Don't let Otto hear you say that. It's okay. I wouldn't blame you for liking a spider monkey more than your dog.
I get to see Otto.
Your dog just yells at me. I don't like it.
Last time I saw that monkey was on my birthday last year.
That's special.
Yeah.
I guess distance makes the heart grow fonder.
I think raptors comes the second. The birds, not the dinosaur.
I like dinosaurs.
Just the whole class of animal. Let's play. And then I like sharks. I think that would be third place. Tied closely with clownfish, I think. I've thought about this a lot. I can't...
Well,
I can't
birds...
keep this hand because I can't cast any of it.
Birds are a represented creature type in Standard.
They are. They are. I was very drawn to the Tempest Hawk in general, even though it's a bad card.
Yeah, a bit worse than Heir Apparent as far as the you can play any number of them cards go.
And just 3 mana is a lot, even
Folks,
if it does fly.
Is Heir Apparent the best you can play any number of X card in the game or just in recent years?
Yeah,
let us know that in the comments.
The Hawk and Relentless Rats.
Did you keep your hand over there or still deciding?
Sorry, I'm spending way too long trying to figure out what I want to mulligan. Okay.
Okay. Our parlor is elegant. Bunny in the bin.
You ever notice that it's got like red curtains and white pillars? Very thematic. I like that.
It's so elegant. Well, my friend, allow me to match your 2-mana 2/2 with my own.
Ooh.
I know, so spicy.
I do run Surveillance also. To turn on the Verges, of course. You want to trade?
Yeah, I'll trade.
Okay. That's right, you do Raise the Past.
Why did you do that?
Because you can't cast Raise the Past, but you can cast another Heir Apparent.
Cast Heir Apparent? I'm here to throw them in the bin.
Maybe I misunderstood. Totally checked out. Maybe misunderstood a little bit when you were going through your deck tech.
Did I cast any Heir Apparents that last game?
I don't remember.
I didn't.
I should pay more attention.
I almost won without casting a single one. I'm just casting Tunnel Grinders, Bitter Reunions. Having a grand old time.
All right. Now the question is, you explore, then you draw.
Ooh, your Wild Guide. So tender.
No Offspring this time, just because I really need the ramp for reasons. I'm getting a little nervous at how slow I'm starting here and how much you're accumulating.
Oh, I didn't even mean to flip that. That's cool. So that's something cool that Bryce's Tunnel Grinder can do sometimes.
Yeah.
We're not very well set up to take advantage of it because we don't have any permanent spells with greater than 3 mana value.
Sure, let's go ahead and throw this down then. That lifelink on that Enduring Innocence might save me. Might. What's your bunny count?
I don't know.
I'll count it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's a lot of bunnies.
It is a lot of bunnies.
I think I added 6 and there's a 7th.
Roughly 1/3 of your bunnies. Not roughly, exactly 1/3 of your bunnies. That's a sharpshooter.
Oh, such a sharp man right there. I think it's a man. I thought I saw some facial hair. It's hard to tell. How did I get all 4 Bitter Reunions into play? That's weird. Our reunion's gonna be so bitter, man. Look out. I don't know, 3 mana, get a land into play,
Yeah,
make a
yeah,
cat,
yeah.
draw a card, have a body seems pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, here we go. Let's get some more cats.
Are you tempted by that other mode on the Felidar Retreat?
Only if it literally wins me the game in that very instant.
That's when the allure of power becomes too strong.
It's true. It's true.
Now, how many cards do we have left in deck?
30.
So if I do this, until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Welcome, Pastel Box. We are raising some past. We are raising some hairs.
I forgot I had a hold because of the Fable passage, sorry.
Let's discover.
He says as he holds up the interaction in his hand.
Man, we've discovered past, raise the past twice in a row now. And put it to the bottom of the deck. I suppose you can tell from the fact that you're not dead that I don't have it in hand.
Well, you've got me below 20.
It's going to go a bit lower. Man, this is nice to play against you. You let me get so many of these Impact Tremors effects into play.
It's true. It's true.
I don't think we're attacking.
I'm going to get another cat.
Pastel, yeah. I don't know what arena matchmaking is like, but
And the fun thing is, it's once per turn, including your turn. Thank you, Enduring Innocence.
it's true. Goblins v Goblins sounds pretty appropriate.
All right, let's go for a 3.
Okay, we'll see how this goes.
That's a good hit.
I mean, Delny's good, but I'm glad that you milled that Elspeth. That's your only Elspeth, right?
Yeah. But she's not the win con, usually.
Oh, yeah, Pastel. Brawl has that weird, like, deck weighting thing. I think I recall hearing about that. I'm not enough of a Brawl player to know for sure.
And then the cats. And the
All right.
scout. I could die on your next turn, but we'll see.
Yeah, you know how I said... Oh, there it is. So I was going to have the backup plan of casting bunnies. And probably kill you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will kill you. Not this one, but the next one.
Notably, I didn't draw any of my bunnies.
Yeah. Maybe this one will kill you, never mind. But I drew Raise the Past anyway. I think it's too late to cast it now.
Yeah. I think I've got a good sideboard for this.
Fireworks. Yeah, this deck sucks. Don't play this deck on the ladder, folks. I know this win was fun, but it folds so hard to Graveyard Hate.
You should qualify that don't play it on the ladder if you care about winning. We always got to make that qualifier, Ben.
That's true. I mean, you could play on the ladder for other reasons. All right, so you're going to have Graveyard Hate. I assume. How much, though?
The problem is I need to sideboard in a lot of things. So that means I have to remove a lot. Which makes me a little bit sad. But
I'm going to resist the temptation to go look at your sideboard, because we do have an alternate sideboard plan against Graveyard Hate, but I'm not sure how much you have.
I hope beyond all hope that I didn't take out too much to actually not get my win condition, but I probably still should.
We're just going to do this, folks. We're going to do this. Okay, now that I press the confirm sideboard button, now I'm going to look at your sideboard. Oh, that's a pretty good card. That's a pretty good card. Yeah, I see some good cards against us. Not a lot of sideboard Graveyard Hate, though.
Just one.
Alright, folks. Yep, this is an Impact Bunny's hands. This is what they look like. I guess we keep... You sure don't want to save that landfall trigger for later? Maybe you'll get a Felidar retreat into play.
Oh, you. Oh, you. This should help.
Okay, that does help. This will cancel it out. Assuming it survives. Spell is broken.
I think I'm the only one on the world that regularly sideboards break the spell, because I've been enchantmented one too many times.
I've had it cast on me once or twice in the past month.
I like it in my decks that make tokens, so that if it's not doing anything, at the very least, you know. That's unfortunate.
But you'd have to make an enchantment token. How does that work?
That's fair.
It's supposed to go with like the rolls from Eldraine.
It's supposed to go with the rules from Eldraine. It could also go with Glimmer creatures if for some reason you're doing that. I guess an Azorius enchantments might.
Hey, Albino Cheese Monkey. Guess what card I have in my hand?
I don't know. What is it?
Guess.
Raise the Past?
Maybe.
I'm gonna cast a frog.
I'll give you a clue that I shouldn't. The card in my hand is it's all the same card.
Oh. Well, now it's apparent what card you have in your hand.
I know it was unhair of me to give you an unhair advantage.
I think another notable thing, very small, tiny little synergy on Tender Wild Guide, is that I will never pop the play to 1/1 on this creature, but if I get Offspring, those are 1/1, so they can do it and stay below the threshold.
And Spitter Union looks kind of bad against Authority of the Consuls. Even if I bring a ton of bunnies into play. Does Haste even do anything? Because they're tapped. Stop tapping my bunnies.
Let's do a 3.
Oh.
Good hits.
Man, your standard for Genesis Wave is a lot lower than mine, to be honest.
No, I'm not saying the good Genesis Wave. I'm saying good hits. There's a difference.
I think I will cast a bun. It makes 2 more buns.
Gives 2 more life.
I almost clicked through my fingers. Here's another bun. Makes more buns. It'd be really nice to have that impact tremors in play.
Yeah. Okay, let's give this another shot. Actually, no. Let's do this.
All right, that's the we lose the game card. I don't know how we're supposed to beat Elspeth. I mean, let's look at how many creatures we have in play here. 10 creatures. You have 6 blockers. Yeah, we only get through 4 damage.
The fact that you don't have tremors is a problem.
Yeah. You kill us next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, no. We're not dead next turn, so... I'll just give you a lot of life, I guess. So this is not the main game plan of the deck, folks. We'll get there. Don't worry. Do I still have to click the resolve button even when I have auto passing on? Arena.
Is there a resolve all button?
Yes, but auto passing should do it. I think. That's my opinion. I'm not arena dev, but... Acceptable. I'm pretty sure you'll make at least 50 life by the end of this game.
Yeah.
Here comes 48. No, 47. You don't have Only Out.
I don't think I've drawn him yet.
Alright. Have some more life. This will be a lot of life. Okay. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blockers. We have a lot more than that attacker. So 9 blockers. So if we send 15 at Elspeth, she goes to 6. We need 17 at Elspeth in order to also account for the fact that you may have a removal spell. I don't think you'll have 2.
Do I even want to block?
I think, unless you have some really tricky card in hand, Elspeth dies no matter what.
Yeah. So you've got how much? You've got 14. You got 4, 5, 6.
17 attackers, and you have
attackers.
You have 9 blockers, so that's 8 coming across.
Yeah.
Okay. And turn. Again, I don't think we die. I don't think you have a second Elspeth. But this could get hairy. What's that last card? AlbinoCheesemonkey. It's the best card it could have been.
I've been holding it.
Now that's a good Genesis wave. 8 hits.
No Felidar retreat, unfortunately.
I know that you could have won the game right away with Felidar retreat. Now that I think about it,
I have to target the same enchantment twice. That's fine.
you could choose not to target it. You could target one of your own, or
that's right.
no target at all.
Yeah. That's fine.
This is going to be tough, folks. All right, well, I know how we're sideboarding for the next matchup. The next time through, rather. All right, so your stuff all trades. When you block a Heir Apparent.
It's kind of unfortunate. I want you to have bigger creatures.
I think we'll just attack with the hairs for now. I don't want to give you too many free blocks with the tokens.
Yeah, I kind of want to take 14, but I can block with this. She's kind of done her job already.
I mean, so have the cliff tops, right?
Yeah, but they would die. I guess they're not doing anything anymore either. Well, I would rather take out bunnies. Let's do 2 per. Did I do that right?
That's 3 per. You could look out in Hinterland Sanctifier to block another. Unless 54 life isn't enough for you.
It's not enough. Not against whatever you're trying to pull here.
Impact bunnies.
And then I'll prevent 2 more.
Okay.
Hopefully our stream is keeping up. Because my computer's chugging along. This computer that is built out of 2016 parts. Oh boy.
Have some more life.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have an impact tremor, though.
I know. It's possible I should save it, but I'm just too worried you'll draw your graveyard hit effect before I draw an impact tremor effect. And I think this might be enough of a massive bunnies to start getting things done.
Takes a lot of bunnies.
Okay. I bet you'll be at 100 before this match ends.
Probably. Oh, good. That's a good hit. That's a good hit.
All I have to do is get you from 100 to 0. Oh my goodness, no. No. Are you going to do it? Are you going to break the rule of 2?
I might break the rule of 2.
No. Don't do it. I won't break it if you don't. I won't break it if you don't. It's broken.
I've broken it.
The rule is broken.
Soiled it. I knew I was going to draw this. 5.
Part of the reason why I didn't want that is because now it just kind of stalls out the game. My attacks are a lot worse when you have free blocks against so many of my creatures. Against all my creatures if you want them. Now if I attack in, you don't die, and then kill me on the backswing. Okay.
This is what the bunnies were made for, Ben.
Yeah. I don't think you have any instant speed pump effects. Does that leave us dead next turn? Probably not. Oh well.
You know what they say, math is for attackers.
Well, what does your math indicate?
You're about to lose a lot of bunnies.
Okay. Unless you have Raise the Past in hand, I think that was a pretty bad attack on your part, to be honest.
But can you kill me, is the question.
Eventually. You have to hit good things. Granted, a lot of your cards now draw you 2 cards because of those innocences. But I just took away half your life.
That's true.
And I have a shock for you. I don't know, folks. The board looks good for us right now, but there's so much card draw on our opponent's side.
I think. Hold on.
Yeah, searching for a creature card is pretty good. I'm going to guess. I want to say what I think you should get, but then might take my advice into account. We don't want that.
Do I want to draw cards, or do I just want to... Let's do this.
Okay.
For the simple reason that... Ooh, those are good. Those are good. Get one of these.
That's very good. Unexpectedly tense game, folks.
Alright, this is suboptimal. Do I still do it?
One of those was the Genesis Wave?
I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what we were hoping for. Is that your third of the game? Yeah. Yeah, that'll do a lot. Hey, 15 cards left in our opponent's deck. Might be able to mill him out before he runs out of life.
I'm running out of gas, Ben.
Running out of gas, you drew like 4 cards that turn.
Yeah. Right. So you'll do 41. Do you have mass pump? Is my question.
It's funny that I was thinking about such a thing, isn't it?
Well, if you do, I'm dead anyway, so.
It's true. If I do, you're dead anyway, but I don't. So Below 20. All right. We went 80 to 40, 40 to 10.
Wild.
What could the last card in my hand be? Not a rabbit.
None of this is really good.
But I'm sure some of it draws you more cards.
No, actually.
Really? Okay,
Well,
then you might have a chance,
only
folks.
because of assemble the players.
No, that's 2 more cards.
That is true. That is true. That
Plus
is
you-
nice.
Plus you get to assemble your next card. That's a good card.
I got another assemble, so I can assemble this one also.
Oh, that's a good card. Have some more life. Have another cat. And another cat. And some more life.
I don't know if I can survive, though.
I will say your next card has to be pretty good.
Well, do you have lethal right now, though? 30...
Exactly. Your next card has to be pretty good. Okay, I don't think that was good enough. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're janking in dark.
I'm sorry, I just want to see what my next card would have been.
Ben is playing a very uncharacteristic deck this week. Something that looks like something I would have built, personally.
I know. This is not my playstyle of choice.
This is lethal. Is this lethal?
I haven't
Probably.
counted maths for blockers.
No, it's for attackers. Everybody says that. If everybody was me,
It looks lethal to
I'm
me,
the only
but
one that says it's lethal, yeah. All right, game 3. My problem is,
that was
I think
game-
I took out too many creatures to put in enchantment hate, and you never played more than 1 enchantment.
oh yeah, well, I would have liked to. I just drew all these dang bunnies instead, which eventually got it done.
Well, there's only 15.
All right, well, let's do another.
Oh, I just got a card sleeve. Should I put it on?
Oh yeah, try on that sleeve.
I'm gonna do it real quick, just because it's happening live. All right. I don't actually. I think it came from the mastery. This is important, Ben. Where is it?
All right, folks, how was your week?
Sorry.
Hoping we're making your Sunday scaries less intrusive. Just some chill magic here. Got some nice bunnies and 9 non-binary
Wait.
creatures with power 2 or less.
Wait, what?
Hmm?
Did you win both?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was still back on my best of 1 days.
We've got a winning deck here.
Oh no. And
That's me.
I had to go down to 5.
Okay. I have a bunny for you to meet. His name is Robert.
Hello, Bunny. I have that one. That one specifically. Excuse me. All right, Scout. Go find stuff. All right, they found something.
All right, I'm going to attack.
Okay.
And then I have another bunny
gonna
I'd like you to meet.
regret
This one's named
When I
Carol.
die. Robert and Carol. Ah, yes, the nice old couple you meet at church.
No, they're not a couple. They're
Oh,
just
okay.
out there sanctifying the hinterlands.
I'm
If they
sorry.
were a couple, they
Bold-
would be breeding like rabbits, but these aren't those. They just come
Bold
down
of
and
me to assume.
yeah. Uh-oh. This one's name is Francis.
Are you going to name them all?
Yeah. This one's Bartholomew.
And their kids?
And his child, Quentin.
Robert Carroll?
Yep.
I've forgotten already.
No, you got it.
Little off the top. We'll take double look. We'll look twice. So the hardest thing to go up against in Rule of 2 decks is other decks that spam things that are less than 3 power, because you can't slide under them, which is another part of winning with this deck sometimes. You know, this deck does pretty well against big mono green, big mono green stuff, just because you usually slide under them.
Was this a meta choice?
Fast enough to stay alive. No. This Rule of 2 is a life choice. Remember?
You're like, oh man, I just love sliding under all Ben's big green creatures.
That's right. All right, let's draw cards.
Also, Francis is dead. You killed him.
Francis was too belligerent and got himself into trouble. I am worried about your life totals, because they're going to go up. And my life totals will go down.
I would like to present Hannah.
Robert Carroll, Hannah, Bartholomew, and his father. The one I finally forgot.
And this is Patricia.
Do you have these written down? Do you have like a DMing list of names that you brought out from your DM days?
Maybe.
Did you ever handwrite your... I forget what that one...
Bartholomew, no! Oh no, it was Bartholomew's son. I think that was the one I forgot.
Did you handwrite or hand come up with your name list for your D&D campaigns?
Name lists?
Or did you just come up with them on the spot?
I can put them one. If I'm prepping a specific NPC, I'll obviously just come up with
but what about when your players are like, "What's the name of that bar wench?"
Yeah, I don't need a list for that, really.
Yeah, okay. I don't either. You know what? Actually, you need to stop gaining life. It's a dangerous block. Ha! I was not punished for it. If only it created a new enduring innocence out of thin air. Oh boy.
Francis is back. Probably.
Yeah.
So it turns out Francis and Patricia really hit it off.
Not Robert and Carol.
The impact of their meeting is felt across the arena. And the hinterlands are sanctified. So it is true that I haven't been seeing as much... we should show the alternate combos. As much Oculus recently. But I still see a fair amount of Omniscience. How do you deal with that without much graveyard hate in your sideboard?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't see those decks in the ladder.
You don't see those? Okay, well, yeah, right. We have different metas.
I see mono black discard. I see cutters, and that's about it.
Cutter like butter.
I mean, sideboarding in a specific way did not do it for me last time.
I think we just got to keep all of these. Maybe we cut these. All right, folks. I'll tell you what we're doing once our opponent's done. Gotta keep our secrets, you know.
How much mana is Raise to Pass again? 4? I should know. It was in my deck.
It is 4.
4. I'm gonna try something a little spicy.
Uh-oh. That sounds like Raise the Pass talk to me.
No, that's your thing.
I don't know. You have one in your deck. All right, folks. We are trying the... So when we run up against a deck that we suspect has Graveyard Hate, we actually know in this matchup our opponent only has 1 piece in the sideboard, so we shouldn't worry about it.
I need some advice.
Yeah?
Got some good cards in this hand. None of them are lands, though. You think I should still keep it? I'll draw one, right?
You'll draw a land, yeah. But how many do you need?
Probably more than 1. And I am going first. I'm not going to keep it. I'm joking. That's fine.
I know.
This is fine.
So we have an alternate sideboard plan, folks, that since we won the first best of 3 and we're ahead in the second best of 3, I'm comfortable saying to my opponent that, yes, I'm bringing in suboptimal cards to try to show the non-graveyard transformative sideboard plan that we have, because graveyard just hoses us so hard. So hard. Authority of the Consoles also hoses us pretty hard, but we'll do our best.
Ooh, Voice of Victory.
So this is a good card against Kill Your Stuff decks. It also makes tokens repeatedly every turn, which can be good with our Impact Tremor type effect, like Shocking Sharpshooter. Granted, you've got Authority of the Consoles to cancel it all out, but we're still getting in at least a little damage.
It's funny that the exact number of mobilized tokens you get are canceled out by the that I get from your mobilize is canceled out by the shocking. Anyway.
Yes, but you do get hit by them still, unless you have blockers. That's a good card. Saving the fetch land for instant speed, like a pro gamer.
Oh, I'm learning. He's learning, folks. It's only episode 22.
So let's see, those are 2/2 cats.
Yep.
Meaning a double block would kill either of my creatures. I kind of don't like those numbers. I'm just going to say my 1/3s are pretty good blockers and not very good attackers right now. So they'll do. Alright, back down to 20 again. Man, those consoles. So authoritative.
They are. They really are.
Uh-oh. AlbinoCheesemonkey, why?
Because I launch a path to victory, which I forgot you won't get because you have your sounds turned down or off. That's what she said when she came in.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to kill Elspeth?
Say what?
How am I supposed to kill Elspeth?
With bunnies, I presume, like you did last time.
Okay, so if I attack all in, you block 4, Elspeth takes 3. That sucks. Okay, you once again end the turn at 20, but my battlefield grows larger.
I should have put in... Ooh, my battlefield will grow larger soon, too.
Okay. I would like to play a rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
And then make note of the fact that I have 11 rabbits.
Okay.
That's important for 3-Tree City.
Right.
I'd like to present...
Genesis Wave.
Almost. First, as a prelude, some hares, apparently. Specifically, 5 of them. Your life gain will cancel out my life loss, or my direct damage. But we can do a little reconstruction, which is basically Genesis Wave in this deck.
Mm-hmm.
Have some triggers. And now with multiple sharpshooters, our game plan's looking pretty sharp. Now we have to actually check if we have lethal. We do not. Okay, so how much do we have to kill Elspeth? I'm pretty sure we can do that. Yeah, okay, I guess we have to just kind of attack all. Actually, we probably did have lethal.
Notably, do the mobilized tokens also attack Elspeth, or they attack me?
I can choose.
Okay.
I think I missed lethal, probably. No, maybe not. Yeah, I probably missed lethal. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, we're good, folks. I think we're good. I think it would not have been a kill. Are you really going to kill my bunnies when I have 17 of them?
Well, they're the ones doing the most.
We have to preserve the bunny total. Don't kill the bunnies. Okay, that's fine.
Well,
kill the bunnies.
They're not dying. They're getting chumped.
Oh, never mind. I didn't see your blocks correctly. Okay.
Yeah.
The bunny total will be preserved.
Well, these bunnies will die.
Why? Okay. Why were you jumping bunnies that were attacking Elspeth?
That's a good question, Ben. You always have such good questions.
I do try. You always have so many cats.
That's true.
Even though you're a dog owner.
But no bats. Or rats. I think this is futile, but it's fun. Alright. Oh, Generous Plunderer. Nice.
I only have
I
one.
like that card.
I would run more in this backup alternate game plan. But I'm not going to spend Mythic Wildcards on a card that I'm going to use so little. I'm not a big fan of the big score kind of bonus set from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, all being mythics. Anyway, GG.
Mm-hmm.
You got Rule of Tude.
I don't know, man. I really thought I had it this week, but
I thought you did too. My deck sucks.
well, every time you said your deck sucked, mine has sucked harder.
Well,
Or just
no,
been an unfortunate matchup.
I thought you would either have Graveyard Hate or Sweepers or both.
Right.
And I think you have
I
like
do
only
have
one
Expel
of
the
each.
Interlopers.
But it's like the worst sweeper for this case. On the ladder, I'm just so used to being temporary lockdown, split up, Day of Judgment, Sunfall, Deadly Cover Up. Deadly Cover Up on Heir Apparent? Now that sucks when you lose all the Heir Apparents from your graveyard and your deck and your battlefield.
Yeah.
And your hand.
I think we have time for one more, though.
One more of this matchup?
Yeah.
You're thirsty for vengeance? Even though Power Jank is out of your reach for this week?
Is it?
You'd have to win 2 more best of 3s. 3 more, actually, because I won the best of 1.
No, I won the best of 1.
Oh, you did win the best one. Okay, then yeah.
Yeah.
You have to win 2 more best of 3s. All right.
Let's go for it.
If you'd like. I do want to play Dank
We'll
Dragon
do one more
Lords.
and see what happens.
This time I will not.
I will say, notably, this is the weakest of the 3 rule of 2s that I've built so far.
Oh, but it's the best color.
Green is the weakest color, so
No, green is the best color.
yes, it is the best color, but it's also the weakest color.
I refuse.
Those are not mutually exclusive.
I refuse your statement.
You know that in my universe, best and strongest are 2 completely different words.
I know. And I do agree that green is not in the strongest situation right now. In all the recent RCQs, there's often not even a single green card in the top 8. Which is a sad situation. It's a sad situation, folks.
Beans made it with...
Not in Heartford.
Oh, sure, Aether Drift.
Aether Drift, yes. But I think Aether Drift still had Gruul.
Yeah, it was. It was Gruul. There was that one Golgari deck that you liked.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm always gonna like a Golgari deck, but
I forgot you got to say "look out" every time you play that card.
Oh, I missed it. Look out! I've unironically I've been saying stonks, muttering under my breath every time someone plays stock up in the queue. I don't think we need this.
Yeah, so Rule of 2 Orzhov and Rule of 2 Boros can perform on the ladder, but this one struggles.
What's your worst
That's
matchup?
what I've noticed. Go wide token decks.
Really? Even though you're a go wide token deck?
Yeah, because I can't attack under them. So, like, a big part of the game plan for this deck is that I sacrifice token generation for creatures and the ability to attack under most things. It does pretty all right against aggro, just because as long as you get your bunnies or signing authority of the councils. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking too much. I should just draw cards. Then I don't have to think as much.
Well, then you have to think about the card you just drew.
That's true. That is true. Oh, look. How about that one off the top? We'll leave that one there.
Prince Charming.
And we will draw it at the end of our turn. And take that!
I can take 1 damage. Okay. Well, I have some shocking news for you. It goes pew pew.
That sounds more like a... I don't know. Laser.
The pew pew.
Pew, pew.
No, when the sharpshooter enters, he makes a little pew sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I should pay more attention.
Maybe it's just when you play him, I bounce him back to my hand and I'll cast him again.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Nope, that's not what I'm going to do. I don't like what's on top. Let's find something else. That's better. See, Surveil lands with a symbol to players are actually pretty nice.
Yeah. Why would you not play Felidar Retreat before your land there?
Because I didn't have enough. Because I want to cast things that aren't Felidar's Retreat.
Why would you want to cast things that aren't Felidar Retreat? I may or may not have a brew with Felidar Retreat coming up soon. It'll be Final Fantasy by the time I get around to it, though.
Oh, that wasn't the thing that I wanted to bounce. That's all right.
It'll still get you a land. But yeah, that would have been better to blink once you have Felidar Retreat in play.
I wanted to blink my split skin, I think.
Yeah. What do we even do from this position? I guess I know what I'm doing.
Play bunnies, I would assume.
I play land and I pass.
What? Ben.
What?
You can't do that. Now I'm going to play Felidar Retreat.
What am I going to do about that? I only have 1 card in hand.
Land. And I'm going to go fetch a land.
Cats.
Look out for bats and cats and rats. My next tribal brew.
What a Bloomburrow fan you are. Although I think I'm finally playing more Bloomburrow cards in my deck than you are.
I do have my Bloomburrow lands out.
Actually, no, wait. Heir Apparent is not Bloomburrow. It's Foundations. What am I thinking?
No, it's Foundations. It looks like it should be, but it's not. Man,
I think it's
assembling. These players are assembling.
I think it's from the plane of Bloomburrow, but it's from the set of Foundations.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another cat.
Yep. Though I would honestly consider getting +1/+1s.
But that's breaking the rule of
You're
2.
right. Thanks for keeping me straight. I think that almost happened one time. I'm going to start attacking.
We don't like that.
Probably shouldn't have. I should have left the Sanctifier behind, I think.
Yeah. Okay, I can take 6 for now.
I don't actually enjoy go wide decks all that much because I don't like the mental load of managing a battle line that long. But when you're playing Rule of 2 Selesnya, I mean, it's hard to stay away from tokens with the double triggers and everything. But the other Rule of 2s don't really rely on tokens so much as hard casting low mana creatures with ETB effects and 2 power or less.
It's a lot of triggers. My deck is easily triggered.
Yeah, I shouldn't have attacked with the Sanctifier. That would have hurt a lot less if I didn't. Alright, let's go get some stuff.
Uh-oh. Prepare for pain, folks. It sounds like a Genesis wave. It's a Genesis wave.
Only 2 hits. Oh,
That's a bad Genesis wave.
Now this is a situation where I think I am going to consider breaking the rule just because I can't attack under you. How many do you have? Oh no, but you make so many. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rule of 2 overlords.
Vigilant?
Which is me.
Oh. Let it be known.
But we're going for the win.
You are a breaker of the rule. You're not going to win this turn unless you have Elspeth. Well, no, even if you had Elspeth, you can't play her yet. This is just... Okay, I didn't know you had another land in hand. This may hurt. Okay, so you're coming in with 25, 35, 38 power.
I'm going to have to retire this deck from the Rule of 2 after that, Ben. These are not 2 power creatures.
5. I don't think we're dead. We just have to block all of it. We'll chump all of it. Yeah, that's letting through 13 damage. If I let through one more creature, that's lethal. Alright, goodbye board. It was nice knowing you. Okay, my turn.
Raise the past, raise the past, raise the past. GG.
I think it is, yeah. I had it in my hand the whole time.
All because I accidentally attacked with that stupid Hinterland Sanctifier, though I still may have been dead anyway. This is a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think since you chose to put counters instead of tokens, you wouldn't have gained any life.
Yeah.
This is going to be... I mean, the stack is 26, 25, 24, 23 triggers tall, so I don't think the Sanctifier mattered. Actually, no, the Sanctifier would have been lethal. Because it would have been an additional attacking creature that last turn.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, well, we need this card, folks.
Do the sideboarding.
Yeah, we'll try this. Well, I'm glad we actually got a win with our no graveyard version of the strategy. In the last best of 3.
There's a situation here where I decide to just sideboard into mono white.
But your best card against me is Genesis Wave.
It's true.
I guess this is an Impact Bunny's hand.
All right, this is an acceptable hand.
Ooh, that's a good card.
Yeah, Forest, one of your favorites, I think, right?
It is. I wasn't talking about yours.
I
Oh, didn't he? Did you hear him? He went. Pew.
I did hear it that time. It's like a little bowstring.
It's a shocking little sharpshoot there.
Yeah.
Look out!
Thank you, Ben. Okay.
I cast Monstrous Rage. No. Sorry to trigger you folks in the comments. I know Standard Ladder's hard out there right now.
Just stay here in the jank zone with us.
Welcome to the
here.
Jank Zone. Man, I would not have attacked if I'd remembered my heir apparent would have come in tapped.
One isn't going to do anything right now.
This one's Ronald. And his daughter Matilda. This one's Beatrice. And Edward and Finnegan.
I really hope somebody catalogs all of these in your comment section. That would just be wonderful.
It would be wonderful, wouldn't it, folks? Sorry. No, let the record be the video itself. It's fine. Oh, who was that? That was Ronald, I think. No, Ronald was already... I think that one I forgot to name. Ronald would be Beatrice right here.
I'm not going to attack that guy anyway, so... And here's a fun little trick. Who exiles the exiler?
Did you mean to resolve those in a different order?
Sure.
Because you could have blinked your lookout again. Would have been so cool.
Yeah, but it would have happened... Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey! Rule of two all-star. Loran, which you taught me about the first time I showed you Rule of Two, which I think was in a time before Jank-Off. When it was a Mardu deck, I think.
It's
back
true.
Then.
Unfortunately, Loran is... Well, she has third in her name, and is a 3-mana creature.
Yeah.
But
right.
we still let our 3-mana value ladies like Loran hang around.
What do I want? Let's do this.
Our opponent has sprung off.
Oop. Apologies to anyone wearing headphones. I just hit my microphone.
I'm gonna do it. Should have done those in the opposite order, but it looks like it didn't matter. Folks, what we're trying to do is this, and then this. And we didn't have enough mana to do it that turn. A rabbit. Which one's name is that?
Oh, who? Charles?
Yes, Charles.
Yeah, he's out here sanctifying my hinterlands, which notably are different than your hinterlands.
Oh, baby, you want to come over and sanctify my hinterlands?
Who's thinking about it?
Oh, no.
Ooh, that's 3 hits. Oh,
That's 2 hits.
I mean, one of them's got to go, though.
I guess you do get
It's
briefly, but it only does double Interlight Sanctifier triggers twice.
That is not something I've ever seen, and now I know.
That's a lot of life gained.
That was impressive, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'd like you to meet the kids, Bernadette and Donatello and Fredrickson and Betty and so anyway, I went attacking. I'm not going to name the 3 that you're going to block. Okay, interesting blocks. I'll give us each a card. And play Mademoiselle.
All right, let me make sure.
Uh-oh. That sounds like Genesis Wave talk.
No.
I live in fear of the wave. The wave of Genesis. This sounds like Genesis. Look at this. This has got to be Genesis Wave Mana. What else could it possibly be? Okay, it's not Genesis Wave Mana. It's not enough green. It's not Doppelgang. Why did you flow so much? Okay, 0 mana Expel. Fair. Okay, Raise the Past. Fair. Drawing cards. Gaining life. Drawing more cards. Okay, I don't think this is enough, but I do have my own second Raise the Past.
Did you see the Expel the Interlopers, Raise the Past coming? That's what I need to do.
No, I thought you would have boarded Expel out.
Well, I noticed that the way that I had been losing is by you having too many creatures.
Yeah, but it also kills all yours in your creature deck.
Yeah, that's why I added another Raise the Past in.
Well, but I have more Raise the Past than you.
That's alright, it doesn't raise your graveyard. I'm not dead yet. Oh wait, yeah, I am.
I'm pretty sure. For sure that, because here's Frankie and Patrick and Maud and Millicent and oh, you're dead.
Alright, you got me.
Power Jank.
And Jank, I would think.
You know, I think I would agree. This may be only like the 3rd time in all 22 episodes that I've won the Jank Award, but I will accept for this one. Heir Apparent is not janky.
For you also.
Heir Apparent's not that janky, but I think building a deck that is meant to win without casting Heir Apparent ever might push it enough. I like your Genesis Wave deck, though. I'm a big fan of Genesis Wave.
Yeah.
I think that's a better Genesis Wave deck than even my mono green.
It's a good
X
one.
Deck.
I really struggle when the only interaction I'm willing to run is Expel the Interlopers and non-land permanent non-creature removal.
Yeah. I almost,
Because for the most part, it should run split up. We don't need to do another one with this matchup. I don't have a chance at the jet power.
Oh yeah, I'm challenging you with Dank Dragon Lords, and you can pick what you want to play.
Oh, I haven't gotten to play Dank Dragon Lords yet.
Exactly, that's why I'm challenging with it.
Well, I'm going to give this one another shot because. Oh, or maybe I should show the folks my. You know what? I think this would be a good time to bring out Rule of 2 Boros.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Because it's very, very similar to the deck you played. People can see my take on it. But this one has less bunnies. And not no bunnies, less bunnies.
Did you switch it, or can I press play now?
I think I switched it.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go back and double check.
Opponent cancel the challenge. All right, I'll send you
another one. Review the footage.
Anyway, did you? I know it breaks. It does. Does breaking the rule 2 is that too much of a hard thing you don't want to do? Because like I feel like enduring vitality would go hard in a go wide Genesis Wave deck.
Yeah.
But it's 3 power.
Right to survive. It would, yeah. Well, if you kill it and it ends up being
enchantment.
An enchantment. Right, there are loopholes. I should have considered that now that you mentioned it. That is a good idea. All right, we'll keep this. Now, people are going to notice that a lot of these, pretty much everything in white is going to look very, very similar here. But this time, red is our second color. This one, I think, has a notably higher power level than Rule of 2 Selesnya, but because it's my magnum opus, I am very dedicated in my wish to build every color combination that white can exist in a Rule of 2 form. Am I insane? Well, maybe a little bit, but I think that's part of my charm. See what I did there?
What a prince.
Nice.
Are you going roughly in order of power level? Because I feel like definitely Boros or Orjov have the highest ceiling. And you haven't done blue yet. And then
I don't know. So the problem with blue is the idea that I had might end up being better in Bant. So I'm kind of going back and forth with how I want to do Azorius, which is why I went Selesnya first, because I was like, oh, you know what? Genesis Wave.
Good thought.
Alright, let's attack. You're slow, old man. Notably, I'm older than Ben, just so everybody knows. But I don't act like it. Old man.
I do act like an older man than you. And I'm not ashamed of it. And you should not be ashamed of acting a younger man than me.
No.
Do we respond here? No, we don't respond here.
Part of me just wants to bounce my other one just because it's funny. But
you could return it at the beginning of the next end step and confuse me.
It's true. It's true. I like Charming Prince a lot. I mean, 3 is a lot of life to gain.
Yeah, up to 26. I almost double my life total.
Coming in.
I'm wondering if you updated this deck with Elspeth.
I don't remember. I'm going to be honest with you. I might have.
Oh, that's a big threat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like not having any of that.
I like that card.
I like this card so much. This is like my favorite deck I've built in like months on the Jank-Off.
I am not coming into this completely blind because I did watch the whole Viet VOD, and I was there for the first best of one.
You were there, Gandalf.
But I was using my family's subpar satellite internet to watch.
Frankie, welcome to the stream. Golgari. Is Golgari the dankest color combination?
Yes.
It's not the darkest, most aggressive. Usually something that'll go with Rakdos or Dimir, but it's dank, man.
Well, I mean, what do you think when you think dank? You think like dark, maybe musty,
moist, smelly, stanky.
The smell of mold and mildew in the air. That's Golgari.
plants.
I mean, what is the most dank biome, Ben? A swamp.
It's a swamp.
Or a bog. Bogs are pretty dank. But I feel like swamps are
probably bog, you're right.
Oh, that's right.
There is a distinction, folks. Swamps are often forested. They often have tree cover. And bogs tend to be...
Here is a Rule of 2 engine card that didn't make it into Rule of 2 Selesnya.
Indeed. Well, scry me a river.
Yeah, my draws have been pretty bad, so I wanted to do something about it.
I'm going to eat my food.
Oh, I thought you meant in real life. Because I know dinner.
I finished that while you were doing your deck tech. sorry for folks on the streamer video. Well, we are neutering your graveyard capabilities and slowly beating you down and gaining food with this dang hut.
I would like to draw more non-lands, personally. I guess I could have not attacked and blocked your hut, but it's fine.
Frankie says, only thing danker than Golgari is moist Jund, which is black, red, and green.
That's like hot and sticky. Dang.
It's all the colors but white. It's true. I hadn't considered 3+ color combinations.
But at that point, you could just add in water with blue and make it even more.
No, that's
drippy.
with water. Moist Jund. Blue, black, Jund. Red, and green. It is.
And this has been a lot of lands.
Witch, ink. I forget what the old 4-color name for it is. But no white.
Not you. Mostly, you've just exiled everything that I own.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
I was like, man, I feel like I've drawn a lot of lands, and then I checked my eggs. I was like, no, I've drawn a lot of not lands too. They're just gone forever.
All right, I'll play a threat. How's that? Like besides my dang cottage.
No, I was happy just attacking you.
Okay. I'm gonna put this back in my deck so I don't have to discard the hand size. I think this is a bad matchup for Boros Rule of 2, folks. Why did our opponent choose this deck? I told you what I was playing, and you knew what it was.
Oh, just because it was so similar to the one you played today.
I guess he's doing it for you, audience. He's doing it for you. Be grateful.
Yeah.
I play another dragon. I draw some more cards. I gain some more life.
What would be good against this deck?
Well, I can answer you that. It's quick combo decks. It really struggles against Omniscience. We cannot beat Omniscience pre-board. But we can bring in some post-board tools. Frankie Peanuts asks in my chat, what is Rule of 2? AlbinoCheesemonkey, I think you're the most qualified to answer that question.
Well, Rule of 2, you see, Frankie, was it?
Yes.
Rule of 2 is a way of life, a lifestyle. It's a system that I have made wherein there is a core engine of white cards centered around Delny and creatures with power 2 or less, because notably Delny doubles the triggers of creatures with power 2 or less, and also creatures with power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or more. So what I do is I like to build. I'm trying to complete my magnum opus, my grand jank collection, where this is Rule of 2 Boros, where the second color we introduced to the white engine is red. I've also made an Orzhov version, and today on the Jank-Off I played Selesnya. So this is just the bonus game, so I'm pulling out an old one because my friend Ben played another Boros deck.
Impact Bunnies.
Impact Bunnies.
Some of the same cards. No Delny main board, but we had them sideboarded for grindy matchups.
What do I even sideboard here? Probably that.
Yes, my friend is crazy.
Don't need those. Oh. Wait, what? Excuse me?
Frankie can appreciate the dedication.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Which is
We're
a
gonna
nice way of
complete
phrasing it.
Imagine like a cycle of cards, but it's a cycle of decks.
All right, what do we want to bring in here?
What do the butts of your creatures look like?
You want to look at my creatures' butts?
They're all pretty big because they're dragons.
The dragons. They're dragging that butt around. Actually, a lot of them are just 3/3s. It's a lot of them are just.
Notably,
3/3s.
I think I had the Jolly Balloon Man in my hand there, and I just never had anything on board to use it with. I don't think that's a good one here.
But balloons.
I know. There's a lot more white in Rule of 2 Boros than there was in Rule of 2 Selesnya.
I think balloon creatures should have flying. If there's any balloon creatures in Magic.
Do they not?
I bet there are balloon creatures in Magic somewhere. Maybe it's in one of the unsets. I don't know. Folks, let us know in the chat your favorite balloon card in Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, if you want to see...
Because there's gotta be one.
If you want to see the other Rule of 2s, go check out Ben or my... I think...
Goblin Balloon Brigade.
Goblin Balloon Brigade, there you go. The OG balloon card.
I think so. I think that's the earliest balloon card.
This is a good hand. Yeah, so if you want to check out the Jank-Off archives, or just go look at my Moxfield account, same name as here, AlbinoCheesemonkey, you'll be able to see the 3 Rule of 2s that I've come up with so far.
Links
the white
in the description,
cards
folks.
are very similar between the two of them. Mine too runs Impact Tremors, but it's not the main point of the deck like yours.
Okay.
Just a tool.
How scared of it should I be?
That's for you to know, or find out, or rule of ew.
What?
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm losing it.
You are losing it.
What do I want here?
Happiness.
That was a good pickup. We continue. My favorite thing about Rule of 2 Boros is that Charming Scoundrel and Charming Prince can live in the same deck. Happy.
It's true. I never even thought about that.
Yep.
The Scoundrel was definitely thought up as a kind of callback to the Prince from original Eldraine.
Yeah.
Oh, what do we do here?
So she unfortunately lives in the sideboard now because I couldn't bring it to myself to cut her from the entire deck, but
hang on a minute. You almost traumatized me a little bit there by saying cutter.
No.
Gotta be careful with language like that.
Cutter, I hardly know her.
Cutter, no, not the Corey Steele Cutter.
Let's make sure I'm not going to draw another land here. That's not a land. Okay.
I accept your attacks. I tear your innocence asunder.
I don't even get it back. My innocence.
Well, that's a good card too. Which one do you go for?
Probably the beans. Let's go.
My favorite card.
It wouldn't be a Jank-Off if I didn't destroy the beans or burn the beans.
Help! Call help for my friend, please. Well, I'm
destroy the beans and burn the books.
I guess I'm gonna disrupt your storm over there.
I don't think your deck has any books to burn though.
Oh, I can play this too. I should have done that first.
Does your deck have any books to burn? I don't think I've cast Delny a single time. Did I cast him once last game, right?
I don't remember. They didn't last long if you did.
All right. Well, I'll be your beans.
Oh, thanks.
Didn't help.
You drew the card that you took from me. Thank you. Oh, that means I drew this next beans even quicker. Thank you. All right, what do we want to do here? I think we want to go up the beanstalk. Never do we not want to do that, but actually, no, there are times when we don't want to do that.
How's this deck performing, Ben?
Which deck?
Your deck.
My
that you're
deck?
playing. How's it in the ladder?
Well, usually I don't play decks on ladder much after each Jank-Off because I'm on to the next one usually, testing and building that. But this is an exception because I like it so much. It's pretty good. It's not quite a meta deck still, but it's definitely one of the stronger Jank decks I built. It has game. You got to watch out for really hardcore aggro decks, and you got to watch out for really hardcore combo decks. We are a control deck, but we're a control deck without counter spells, so we have to do a lot of hand hate.
And now people can see why Rule of 2 runs this as its board wipe of choice.
Oh,
I select 3.
We have been expelled. This leaves us needing to draw probably a particular card, or we're kind of dead. That's not it. This will help.
Unfortunately, Expel the Interlopers doesn't... And you know what? I'm thinking back. I did have a Day of Judgment in my sideboard during testing that I took out for some reason in case I ran into a deck like yours. I could also go with Split Up.
I mean, that is life gained. Let's see here. Getting a little worried, folks. Our board wipe dragon has not showed up.
Oh, those ward bite dragons.
Board wipe. Yeah, I should not have brought in Lily for this matchup. I was thinking I would get the idea is we board wipe on 5 and then Lily on 6 to clean up his next creatures, but we never got to the first wipe.
All right, players, I really need you to assemble here. Oh, that's a player.
That plays.
Just kind of draws me another land, though. But I do want that next card, so I'm gonna do this now.
Okay. Most of the other stuff we could bring in would be single target removal, and that's not particularly good against this deck either. Attack ye into my regent?
Yes. I need every piece of damage I can get at this point, because I haven't drawn Donnelly. It's not like I can block it.
Oh, my dingus. My friend.
How many lands are there? Yes.
My friend, I had the dragon on my board the entire time.
Dingus! Dingus Egg! Ben, when am I going to build my Dingus Egg deck?
When it's in Standard.
Okay.
See, look. The Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. I summon the Scavenger Regent.
The one, you were like, that card I wish I could have.
Yes, it was on my board the entire time. I don't... I could cast it for X equals 3, but we don't need to because I don't want to draw a card here off beans, honestly. Don't you just love a good, clean battlefield?
I do, actually. I should be running board wipes. I don't know.
I'm gonna cast the Saga Wildling. Not retrieve any cards. Just putting it in my deck for later. I don't want to deck out, you know.
This is true. Squeak sick. So many lands.
Okay, so we do need to deal with your card draw enchantments at some point. That has flash. All right, so we can do this. And
Nice to meet you.
And then we can do this. And then we can do this.
Hey, you already played that card.
I have 4 of them. It might not be the same one. Maybe.
How would you know? How would you end up knowing?
Yeah, right. Once the card goes back into a hidden zone, it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, you do run haste creatures. I should have left back my regent to block just in case, but I forgot my Belmerk also coming in. Hey, you already played that card.
Multiple times. How many freaking lands did I put in this deck? This is not supposed to be a high land deck.
You have like as many lands as I do. And my deck is specifically designed to ramp on turn 3 reliably.
I may have made a mistake. Have to go look.
All right.
Not dead yet. I don't know how you actually kill me beyond beating me down, though.
Well,
what does this do again?
I mean, that's what I did last time. I just beat you down.
That's fair.
See, you're not really embracing the mindset of a control deck. The important point isn't how a control deck wins. It's how it avoids losing.
Yeah, but I don't even put win conditions in my not control decks.
You have so many creatures in most of your decks.
I know. I know. Because creatures are the most interesting card type.
I like enchantments personally. It's like a creature that can't be removed.
I'm not a big fan of the starry vomit background.
Oh, I guess I'm not looking at the frame necessarily. I'm gonna destroy some of the players. And then I'm gonna...
To be fair, I was just staring at lands for most of the time.
And then I'm gonna make
some not land cards, but you tend to deal with those pretty quickly. What is this? I'm horrified.
It's a token. Do you like him? His name's Jimmy. Alright, GG. Oh, I guess we could be extra mean. I'll be extra mean just for a moment. I'm sorry.
So that's what the people want to see, right?
Yeah, we drew this guy again, and then we can do this.
That's a fun deck, man.
Is that sarcasm? Oh, I forgot to animate my cottage.
No, I think it's neat. I love the omen mechanic.
An omen of dragons.
You know I don't care when you're mean. I only tolerate it because you're my friend and I have a high pain tolerance and a very unusually low desire to win compared to most.
It's true. It is nice that this deck, it doesn't counter your spells. It doesn't really even hate on your hand much. It's just like, yep, you can play your things and I'll remove them. Yeah. And I'll play my things and you can try to remove them. It's a nice control deck, but a mean regular deck, I guess. All right, folks, that's Dank Dragon Lords for our bonus game. It's looking like we won't have time for another, alas. But I hope you all enjoyed our time with the Rule of 2. There was a Rule of 2 deck in every matchup.
That's right.
All right. Well,
for those who want to watch, I'll just quickly pull up the Rule of 2 Ors of deck list while we do our outro.
Yes, because next week is the final week of Tarkir Dragonstorm before Final Fantasy releases. And we'll continue. Does that mean
something, Ben?
Yes, it means we'll continue our tradition that we established with Aether Drift of playing Standard Brawl for the last week of a set with a commander from the set. And you might have already seen what commander I've chosen from the decks in my deck tab.
Oh.
But I'll get up the proper the stream time shortly on YouTube and its main schedule on Twitch. Don't worry, after the Standard Brawl, there will be bonus games because Brawl is only best of one. So usually we get those games out of the way reasonably quickly, and then we can go back to our favorite format, Standard. But Standard Brawl it can be enjoyable too. I like that. I like that there's a 60 card singles in format. I like that it's with cards we're familiar with. I like that it's not as ridiculously high-powered as Historic Brawl is. So, could be a cup of tea, might not be, but if you're watching this channel, you probably enjoy Standard cards, so tune in again next week. Okay, that's 7 p.m. every Sunday, which is 11 p.m. UTC. All right, what you got going on over there, monkey?
I was just messing around with teasing my commander as well while you talked.
All right. The audience has been teased.
Well and truly teased. Looking forward to it. The last one, if you missed it, was a Goddess off Hazret versus Sabsunin, right?
Indeed.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to have our own little thematic throwdown to celebrate the end of Tarkir. What did you think of Tarkir now that it's over, almost over?
It was my favorite standard set in a while, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's probably my second favorite after Bloomburrow. The limited environment I was blown away by for the first 3 days, and then people found out, oh, you don't actually have to play a clan, and then it just kind of sucked. It boiled down to people discovering, oh, I could just play all of the mana fixing and all of the big dragons and just play a 5-color dragon deck with removal pile. And that caused people to be like, well, we could do Mardo aggro. And that made people realize, why am I running black? I don't need it. And then it just turned into Boros versus 5-color. And that's it. That's all there is.
Alas.
Kind of ended up not being very fun for me personally.
That's true, folks.
Especially as an Abzan simp.
We play only constructed on here, but my friend AlbinoCheesemonkey is quite the limited aficionado, so
yeah,
I trust his opinion more than my own in these matters. So I guess I approached the set more from a constructed standpoint. It had so many good and fun cards and fun additions. It's easy to say it now, but from the moment Steel Cutter was spoiled, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know about this card, and I feel vindicated in that that reaction, as many folks have. I don't know if it's ban worthy, but it probably wasn't print worthy, if that makes sense. I think there's a gap between should a card have been printed and should a card be banned, and it exists within that gap. If it's still dominant in another 3 months, maybe a ban conversation will have to happen, but let's at least wait for the next Standard Pro Tour and see what happens.
Yeah, I think my decision on whether, like I said, is almost entirely flavor and whether the mechanics match the flavor. And I think they knocked it out of the park on that one with the set. So
yeah, it's good stuff.
Hence why Bloomburrow is my favorite set. But that's also cheating because it was my first set. So
I think my favorite is
factor too.
Brothers War, the second set I played.
We all know that. That one seems like it had a really good theming, but I don't think I hit it at the right time.
Yeah, it's old now. It's going to rotate out. Anyway, folks, enough old men rambling. I hope you all enjoy your week until the Jank-Off Brawl-Off next week. So I hope to see you all then. Until then, stay janky.
Good night.